I can see you.
How weird. So it's still connecting at the bottom, so it's not actually connected yet. I don't know if that's why. But when you look at your phone, yeah, you've got your phone in front of you, yeah,
Yes.
and can you see you in the?
No,
You should be able to see you, not me.
I can see you,
Because
and
if I,
that's it.
yeah, but you should be able to see you as well. You
I
know
don't
when
know
you put the
how.
camera, you know when you look at, you know when you take a photo of
Yes.
something, then you can take a photo of yourself.
Yes.
The phone should be on that mode, like selfie mode. Yeah? Selfie mode. You know what I mean? Oh, maybe she'll be back. Okay, let's see. Selfie mode. Let's see if this works. Okay. Pray for us, guys, that it works. Still connect. So, can you see yourself?
No, I can just see you.
You know when you look at your camera,
Yes.
when you have a,
Maybe we should have done this before.
yeah,
Because I've never ever done, live on Instagram. So,
the camera just should be facing you. That's it.
yeah, like I'm looking at it to make a phone call. That's what I'm doing.
Oh, really? Okay, so you can see
Yeah.
yourself in the camera.
No, I can only see you.
Yeah, you need to see yourself. That's the thing.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
it's not going to work, I don't think. Hold
but you just have to press a tiny thing to face so the camera faces you. Okay, if not, we'll just have to stop it. I don't know how else to. No, you can't see yourself then, no? Well, okay, no, don't worry, it's not your fault. But I'm just wondering why you can't see yourself if you just when you press the so the but press it so
on.
you can see yourself. Turn the camera facing yourself. That's all you have to
I have
do.
to.
Don't worry though, if it doesn't work, don't worry about it. It's okay, it's not the end of the world. But it's just a shame if you just have to, I don't know if you just have to press something and then the camera changes so it faces you. Do you know what I mean? Oh, here
Yeah.
we go. Oh my God. We're on. Oh my God.
Okay, I have no idea what happened there.
Don't worry. We've done it. We've done it. We're on. We're live. Here we go. Wow. So I don't know what
Oh,
happened, but how are you? Right.
no,
Anyway, let's start. Okay. I'm so happy that you're here. Thank you so much for. Sorry, I know it is a bit tricky sometimes. It is. It is. It's weird. Yeah. I'm so glad I got here in time to. Well, anyway, so Jasmine, and I'm a co-active life coach, and I'm here to talk to Carol about are you a leader, are you a follower? Are you a leader, are you a follower? Carol, do you want to introduce yourself?
yeah, I'm Carol. I live in Spain. I have an English academy here, and I'm a wedding celebrant. And I've known Jasmine for about, I don't know, what, 12 years? Something like that.
Wow,
I don't know.
yes, ages.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But I live in a beautiful part of Spain, in sunny, it's
we were.
beautiful today. Yeah.
I saw that you were allowed out today. Was that the first day you could go out or something?
Yeah, first day. So this morning I got up really, really early. I got my hiking boots on and I literally went out and went straight up the first mountain. and it was just fantastic.
Wow.
It was just really strange though, because part of me was almost waiting for the police to stop me and say, "What are you doing out?" and send me home.
Yeah.
It was really quite weird. It was a very strange feeling to be out after sort of like 60
Wow.
days basically of confinement.
God,
You know.
ages. That's ages. Oh my God. So the question is, Carol, are you a leader or are you a follower? So what do you
Well,
think of
first
when
of
I
all,
say that to you? Say,
there's sort of like no argument really because I'm a leader,
you are a
and
leader, I know.
I find being a follower quite difficult.
Do you? Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Carry on. Because some
Well, I
people.
looked at the definition. Go on, you
No, no,
go.
no. Carry on. No, carry on.
I sort of looked at the definition of a leader,
Yeah.
and I looked at the definition of a follower. Because, of course, being an English teacher, you look for the definition.
Yeah.
So I looked at the definitions and I was doing a little bit of talk. Simon immediately said, "Carol, there's no question about it, you're a leader."
Wow.
But I've got some of the qualities of a leader, but not all of them. Some of the qualities required as a leader are a little bit blurred, and I definitely need to improve on them.
So what do you think are the qualities of a leader?
Well, I don't know. I think my idea of the qualities of a leader are that you're very clear about your goals and what it
Oh,
is that you want to achieve.
yeah, yeah. Clarity.
Total clarity about what you want,
Oh,
and
wow.
being able to decide, decisiveness, to be able to decide what to do and when.
Yeah, that's
I think
important.
I think to be brave,
Yeah.
you have to believe in yourself. You have to be really brave about your decisions. Well, I think so. What do you think?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I think you're right. I think having courage for me is like one of the most important things. And for me, having courage is what has got me anywhere really. Like just taking the chance and going for it. Stepping into the unknown and not knowing if it's going to be okay, yeah? Just taking that leap of faith. And I think
Yeah.
that takes courage, and I know you've got that as well. Um, for me, yeah, courage is one of like the most important things. And I think especially in this time now, I've realized, I don't know about you, but I've realized in this time when we've been like in lockdown, um, the things, it's like you're under a magnifying glass, aren't you? All of your
Mm.
qualities and weaknesses are just coming up like 10,000 times
Mm.
more. So you can really see what like the good things about you and the other things that you need to improve on. And so yeah, courage for me is like, yeah, it's just, yeah, I totally agree
I
with you.
think over the years, it's been amazing how many times people have said to me, "Oh, you're so lucky to be living in Poland," or "You're so lucky to be living in Costa Rica." No, it's not about luck.
No,
It's about making a decision, and it's about having the strength and
yes,
the courage just to do it. I'm not belittling anyone who doesn't have that courage, because for me, it's simple as straightforward. I make a decision to do something, I do it.
wow,
Uh,
yeah,
Sometimes Simon says to me, one of the funniest things is this: sometimes he never knows I've made a decision until I've made the decision. Because he says, "I know what you're like." He said, "Because you're worried that if you say to me, maybe we should do this, I'll talk you out of it."
really,
Yeah, because I'm just one of those, you know what I'm like when I make my mind up. You're the same. When I
yeah.
make my mind up to do something, it's got to happen. I can't just sit back and think about the positives and the negatives too much. I've just got to go ahead and do
Got to do it, otherwise you'll think forever. Well, I would just think forever.
it.
I wouldn't do anything. I would never do anything. So you've got to just yeah. Be brave and just take the chance. Yeah, no, you're right. So you've got courage, having courage, strength, then inner strength to be a leader.
I think you do have to believe in yourself, and I think that's where I fall down sometimes, because I think, like anybody, I doubt myself at times and think, oh gosh, have I said the right thing? And I don't know about you, but there have been times when I socialise, so I'm not great at socialising, and I go home and I think, oh God, I can't believe I said that, or I can't believe I did that. And you know, you do sort of think about what you've done and criticise yourself. But I don't think inner strength, I think enthusiasm is what gets everybody. Complete enthusiasm.
Yeah, you've got to be motivated. But do you have anything like that actually motivates you? Like, what motivates you?
Happiness. And that sounds really naff, but that's the truth.
One thing.
Yeah. I want. I think this lockdown has taught me that my life is simple, but I think that I'd like my life to be even simpler.
Wow, the simple things. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love simple things. Well, we've got a question. I think it's what we're kind of answering now. What kind of features must a leader have? Well, like we said, courage, enthusiasm. What else do you think then?
I think a passion. I think passion is massive, because if you, it also depends on if you know what you're talking about. I can't be a leader in something that I don't know about, or I'm not passionate about. If I'm not passionate about it, I'm not going to be enthusiastic, and therefore I'm not going to get people to follow me, am I?
No, exactly. You've got to have passion. But what about people, and some people say, fake it until you make it.
Do you know, I've never been I get you. I totally. Do you know what? There is some truth in that, because I sat and said to science, and I looked at the definition of a follower, and I thought, oh my God, I can't see me at all as a follower. I am just not a follower. One, I don't follow trends.
No.
Two, I just don't follow any trends.
Yeah.
You know, people will watch a series and go on and on about this TV series, and they'll finally watch it 3 years later. I never follow any trends.
Wow.
But what I do is I do look at people and I think, right, I'm inspired by that person, and I'd like to be like her or him. And then what I do is then I make it so that I do become like him or her. Not the same person, but I acquire the skills.
Yeah, you learn things that could maybe benefit you. Yeah, I think it's great to learn from other people. I mean, but you wouldn't like just follow them robotically, whatever they say.
Never.
You would see what they're doing, analyze it. Is this good for me? And then you would maybe take on some of the skills. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then instead of following somebody and wishing to be like them, I will make myself be like them. I will do the required training. I will do the required research or whatever it is, so that I can do what they. I saw somebody who was a celebrant, and I thought to myself, gosh, I really like the idea of being a wedding celebrant.
Wow.
But I didn't follow her. I thought, I'm going to be that person. I'm going to be that person. I'm going to be a different version of her, but I want to do what she's doing. And I do, I mean, sorry, go on, Jazz.
No, carry on. No, like, you don't want to be the person. You want to, have the position.
Emulate.
Yes, exactly. And I can't remember, did you see that comment? I've missed the comment, but I can't remember. Seko, what did you write? Sorry, I missed that. But no, I think we learn from other people, don't we? Of course. Like, if somebody's achieving the results that we want to achieve, then you're going to look at them and learn. But like you said, you'll do it your way. I mean, I'm not going to sit back and watch them and think, oh, look at them, they're incredible, and follow them. I'm going to, if I think to myself, my attitude, and it makes my sister laugh,
is I can do that. Yeah,
Wow,
I can do that. Yeah, I look at something and I think I can do that, and then I do the training required or whatever, or I move to a different country, you know. And I do think the things that I think you've got to be enthusiastic. You've got to be able to motivate others to want to do what you're passionate about. And I think if you're passionate and enthusiastic, people will just look and go, wow, yes, it's a brilliant idea.
Yeah, no, you're right. And I think, like you said, you nailed it when you said you have the attitude, I can. Like, if you think you can, then you can. And I think, like what you also said, if you can say you can and then motivate yourself, once you've motivated yourself, then probably automatically you'll motivate others. Yeah.
Well, I think so. I mean, you know, I do think so. I mean, we learned from our parents when we were young. My dad taught me all about nature, you know, and different things. And I always wanted to have a life that was, you know, full of nature, full of the beauties, full of walking and being in touch with nature. And that's what I've done. My whole life has been based on what my father showed me. But you only pick up the things that you think, I can do that and I really want to do that. It's not, one minute I'm going to be a fireman, the next minute I'm going to be a teacher, the next minute I'm going to be... It's one of those things that I'm 55 years old now, and it's taken me this long to see the work of a celebrant and think, you know what? That's the first time I've seen something and thought to myself, I really want to do that. I really want to do that.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
And you just went for it and you did it.
Yeah.
It's like I remember when we were in Costa Rica and you were saying, I want to have my own academy. And then you just went to Spain and did it. So I know what you mean. Like when you make a decision, you just go for it and you do it. And you didn't follow anyone in that
no.
So yeah.
I really learned the hard way. I mean, the one good thing about following somebody, in a way, I suppose, is that you learn by their mistakes. But if you're a leader...
Yeah. Sorry. Do you think you can learn by other people's mistakes then?
Absolutely.
Really?
I mean, I mean, it's amazing, really. When I look back over the last 10 years of building my academy, I went in it, I didn't really have a clue what I was doing. I just knew what the end result looked like.
Did you really?
And I just had to focus on that end result. My God, I made some massive mistakes on the way. You know, really did, financially, people taking advantage of me, etc. But I've come out the other end. And I think to myself, if I could have had a course with somebody right at the beginning, and that person could have said to me, this is what you do, don't do this, don't do that, I wouldn't have had those 10 years of making mistakes. Possibly. Wow. I don't know.
But then maybe you wouldn't have learned quite the same.
Yeah. And you wouldn't have had the same appreciation for what you've achieved, because I do think that making mistakes is part of what you are, and you really appreciate what you've done. Yeah.
Exactly. It's character building, and you did it yourself. And like you say, you learn to appreciate things so much more once you've gone through the whole struggle by yourself, you know. But then saying that as well, I don't want to struggle anymore. I don't know. I mean, it's great struggling and learning and making mistakes, but I don't know.
I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean. I mean, I was thinking today as well. I mean, I think what you were saying about lockdown, and you do have time to think about stuff, and you do see yourself even more so in this situation. And I've always known what my weaknesses are. And that's the thing. I think that's another strength, is to know what your weaknesses are and to do what you can, or seek whatever help you can to sort of improve those weaknesses. For example, I lack tact. You know, I do lack tact. I say what I think, I say what I mean, and then sometimes I think back and think, I really could have said that in a better way. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I don't know. I think it's good to be direct. Well, I guess there's pros and cons. It depends who you're talking to,
Mm.
maybe. Some people probably really appreciate it, and some people don't. Like,
Yeah,
you don't always know, do you? I mean, at the end of the day, if you're being yourself, authentic self, then
yeah, absolutely. I think what you've got to be able to do as well is to be able to listen to other people's ideas. Being a leader is not being a
yes,
dictator, is it? That's a
yeah,
different thing. Being,
yes.
being a leader is, I was in the Territorial Army for about 8 years,
Wow.
and yeah, and you had to be a leader, but you had to learn to use the qualities of the people that you were leading to make it work. To be
Wow.
able to say to yourself, look, I don't know everything, hands down, I don't know everything. I'm going to talk to him over there because he has real knowledge of this. And I'm going to talk to her over there because she understands about this. So you might be the leader and you might be leading everyone else, but you've got to empower other people, and you've got to join together for it to be successful. Otherwise, you're just a dictator, aren't you?
I think that was absolutely brilliant. I think that's probably one of the most important things of a leader is to use everybody's strengths so you can unite everybody. So you're like a big, powerful team. I mean,
Yeah.
I think, yeah, for me, that's one of the most important things. But like nowadays, you find that a lot of leaders are dictators and they don't want to use other people's strengths because it might make them look weak or not very good. Yeah.
Yeah.
So they get scared and then they don't have a good team. So I think what you said nails it really. Yeah, I think that's a massive quality. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So did you do that then? Were you leading them?
Well, in the Territorial Army, I went on a course called the Detachment Commander course, and there was 40 of us,
Yeah.
and they put me in the role of officer in command.
Wow, that's
And,
amazing.
and yeah, it was scary. Someone said to me, Carol, even if you don't know what you're doing, just look as if you know what you're doing, because
Fake it till you
otherwise they won't have any fun. Now, I find that really, really hard. You know, when you were saying fake it till you make it,
get
I find that really hard. I can't fake
yeah,
knowing what I'm doing. I just get into panic mode and it's obvious I
yeah,
haven't got a clue.
really, really. Yeah, yeah. I'm a bit like that.
So, yeah, I mean, but when I was in this course, there was a lad on the course who had been in the regular army for a number of years, and he was very unassuming, very nice person, and I knew that if I spoke to him, he had so much knowledge and so much information, because you can't be good at everything. You might be a good leader, but you can't be good at everything.
Of
And he
course.
was amazing. He really, really helped me out. And, I looked for a few other people who were good at this and good at that and said, right, well, you're particularly good at this, so you can take on this role. You're good at this, you take on this role. And then you just show them you're the leader and they have confidence in you, but they all play a part,
Oh wow.
And
Okay.
there's a lot of places where people are all out for themselves, basically, I
It doesn't
think,
work.
nowadays.
Doesn't work. Yeah. You need, yeah, to be a team, don't you? You need to get help from other people and help other people. You have to come together. Yeah. I think what you said,
Ah,
yeah.
yeah, Anne's there. She said, fake it till you make it gives me anxiety. Do you know what? I absolutely agree with that. I can't fake. I just can't fake it. I would look like this. I'd be like, yes, I really know what I'm talking about. Yeah, and I don't have a clue, and it's quite obvious that I haven't got a clue.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I then say to myself, this is my weakest point. I'm going to go and talk to that person. I mean, in the celebrant industry, what's happening recently, which is really, really nice, I've noticed, especially since lockdown, and Anne's gone about collaboration. You won't
Yeah.
believe the amount of people that contact me and said, after this is over, Carol, do you think we could collaborate? And
Wow.
and I
Yeah.
think that's wonderful, because it's not about competition. It's
No.
about collaboration. It's about giving everyone a leg up and helping everybody else out, not just looking out for yourself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, in times like this, I've noticed that as well. Yeah, both. You notice both people, both kinds of people, don't you? People who are just out for themselves, and then the others who, yeah.
But what about you, Jazz? Do you think you're a leader or a follower?
I think I think I think I'm a leader, but I am a follower sometimes, maybe. I think. And somebody said last time when we were talking about are you a leader, are you a follower? Somebody said to be a leader, you have to be a follower. And I guess that's kind of
Mm.
what you said. You lead, you give everybody confidence, and you empower them. Maybe you give them the vision, but you're asking them for their expertise as well. So maybe you're following them in that way. So it's kind of
Yeah.
both, maybe. I
Yeah,
think,
maybe you start off being a follower and then become a leader.
or yeah, or then you become, yeah, a follower and then a leader. But like you said, we've got qualities. So the qualities, that's when we lead, and then if we have weaknesses, then maybe we follow. As long
I
as we're
think I think the
thinking what
beauty.
we're
Go
doing.
on.
Sorry, as long as we're
Yes.
thinking what we're doing and not just aimlessly following and not questioning anything. Like we need to be asking questions. Yeah, not just
Yeah.
like sheep. We don't want to just follow like sheep. Yeah.
No, I mean it's like people are. Guess how many followers I've got, and it is one of those. It is societies like that nowadays, isn't it? How many likes have you got for that, and
Yeah.
how many followers have you got? And I admit to it. I put my hands up. Even I'm a bit like that sometimes. I
I
do
mean,
think, oh gosh, I didn't get. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. No, definitely, definitely. I guess it's just, I think, yeah, questioning things, you know. I can't think of specific examples now, but when some people don't, they just go along with the crowd or for a peaceful life or just go along with what the easy option.
I think that's true, and I think that I've never taken the easy option, and it's been hard. My life's been quite hard in many ways because I've never taken that option. I've never
Yeah,
taken the
yeah,
easy option.
wow,
I've
yeah.
always said what I think, and it's got me into trouble. It's got me into trouble so many times. But I think people, I don't know, maybe it's the way I do it. I'm going to be honest with you. We've all got our pluses and our minuses in our personalities or our abilities. One
Of
of
course.
mine is maybe I'm a little bit too pushy. I can be quite bossy, but then that comes with being a teacher.
And a
I
lead.
have a bossy nature. Yeah. And I like to think of it being enthusiastic. Someone else might call me bossy, uh, but I don't know. And I think another thing that's really, really is like we were saying about listening. Listening skills are so important. I think sometimes we all fall down
Oh
where
yeah,
listening is concerned.
I think so. Definitely, definitely. And that's when we actually listen, that's when we learn, isn't it? But most people just want to say their piece.
Yeah.
I notice myself doing that a lot as well. I'm trying though. Now I'm trying to listen to people. Say, hang on a minute, I might learn something. Just stop.
Well, that's what they said. Is I read something somewhere. One was when you're listening, you're always going to learn something new.
Yeah,
When
probably
you're talking, when you're talking, you're just repeating something that you already know.
exactly. I read that the other day as well. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Did
yeah.
you?
Yeah, I did. I did. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, yeah. No, I think you're absolutely right. But it's interesting that you said you've never taken the easy option. And I don't think you don't regret that, do you?
No, never.
No, exactly, because you were true to yourself. I think
Yeah.
that's the most important thing. Imagine if you follow someone and you live somebody else's life or what other people expect of you. At the end of your life, I would rather take the hard option, but it was my choice, my way.
Yeah. I mean, I have lost friends over it. I have lost friends because of the way I am, and I don't suffer fools gladly. I never have done. I've got no patience with things like that. You
Yeah,
know, if somebody doesn't like me, that's fine. not everybody's going to like you. That's fine. If you don't like me, then that's fine. I can live with that. You know, I can live with that. You go on your merry way, and I'll continue being true to myself.
Yeah.
And that's the way I've always been, you know.
Integrity. You can't, even if you try to please others, you can't be false, like lie to yourself, try to please others. You end up losing anyway. So you may as well be true to yourself. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
That's probably.
Yeah, yeah. I do think maybe that tact might be quite a very strong point, though, and that's sometimes I find myself recently as I'm getting older, whereas before I would just go blur and it would just come out, and then I would think, I can't believe I just said that. But nowadays I do actually take a little bit more time to think about what I'm going to say. Yeah, much more than I used to, especially around sensitive people, because, you know, at the end of the day, I don't want to hurt somebody.
No, no, that's true. It's funny because sometimes I think the older I get, the more outspoken I'm becoming. I guess that's different. You're not talking about being outspoken, or are you?
No, I'm still outspoken. I'm still outspoken, but when it comes to other people, for example, I could never understand when I was younger that my sister didn't ever want to travel. And I was convinced that she was going to have a terrible, awful life because she never travelled. And
Really?
how could she possibly be happy? You know what I mean? If she didn't jump on a plane and go to Costa Rica for a few months or something, like, you know, like I did. And I just couldn't understand it. And I used to say, but Christine, don't you want to do that? Well, no, but why? I don't understand. Forcing on her my idea of what life should be like, and you can't do that because everybody is different, you know. And I've learned over the years, you know, ordinary is just as good as extraordinary. Everyone's extraordinary and ordinary is completely different. And you've got to respect other people's extraordinary or ordinary as much as you respect your own. And just be nice.
Yeah, no, I think that's brilliant. I think that's brilliant. And I think we've probably come to the end. If anyone's got any questions, yeah. No, but I think that's a really nice way to end it. Like respect.
Okay.
Respect yourself and respect others. Yeah, it is about respect, isn't it? Most importantly, but self. That's what I'm learning. You know. Yeah. No, that's great. Thank you so much, Carol. I don't know how long we've been on, but
I have no idea.
Yeah, I have no idea either. But anyway, yeah, no, it was lovely. It was lovely, lovely, lovely.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody for your comments and questions. And we'll speak soon, Carol, yeah?
Yeah, you take care. Okay.
Yes, you too. Yes, thank you so much. Thanks, Carol. Okay, bye.
Bye.